happy to have Holly Doan with me here today. Why don't you tell us about yourself?
I'm a journalist with 38 years in Canadian television, as well as 10 years producing political history, biography and stories for television in Canada, and now publisher of an online website that focuses exclusively on government accountability, www.blacklocks.ca.
When did you first hear about the Doan gang from the United States?
Once, many years ago, I Googled Doan's America and saw the article about the Plumstead Cowboys. But I didn't really understand the significance of that until maybe a dozen years ago when I took my then quite young sons on a road trip to visit Deacon John Doan's grave in Easton, Massachusetts, and then on to Bucks County to see the Quaker Meeting House. There was that plaque, the Doan gang. Whoa, you stopped the car.
What's your relationship to the gang? Are you a descendant?
Outlaw Moses Doan was second cousin to my 3 times great grandfather Ebenezer, and that line of Doans that created the history most familiar to Canadians who know about the Doans. They immigrated from Bucks County in 1808.
I've heard different things, but what's sort of the Canadian view of the Doan gang itself?
Well, I would hazard a guess that there aren't more than a couple of dozen Canadians whose name is not Doan. There are more Canadians who know something about the Canadian Doan history because of their own trouble. And any relationship that people have an understanding of is that they are rebels.
Tell me, I guess, a little bit about that sort of rebellious spirit. What are the stories there about your ancestors in Canada?
They formed their own sect called the Children of Peace. And it was built on concepts of social justice, architecture, music, egalitarianism, and the education of girls. If you're looking for an American comparison, the Children of Peace would be most analogous to the Shakers of rural New York. Now, their beautiful temple that the Children of Peace built in the bush still stands today, with 4 doors and no foyer, so that all men and women may enter equally in the eyes of God. Google the Sharon Temple. Every September 10th, on a Friday night, is the illumination to simulate the Children of Peace observation of harvest and brotherhood. If you ask about rebels, a local British militiaman charged with keeping the peace famously referred to the Doans and the temple they built, quote, a nest of traitors. The British crushed the rebels within days. 2 participants were hanged and 8 Doans were jailed. While in prison, carved what we call prisoner boxes.
An actual one or reproduction?
No, it's an actual one.
Oh, wow, that is so cool. So what did they use those for? Was it just sort of like a little thing to do? Or
it's almost like just a message. It was like a way to keep their hands busy and to write their messages of, hope and freedom to their followers and families.
Everywhere the Doans go, they are contributing something to the story of this continent.
Do characters from our shared Canadian and American histories that begin as rebels evolve in time as freedom fighters?
Thank you for sharing some time and some stories with us today, and look forward to reconnecting with you soon. And I may have at some point some news I can share about that. We'll be posting some additional information about upcoming events as well. So if you're watching, stay tuned.